Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Shira Eskenazi, spelled Shereeskenazi. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at Pepperdine University.
Have you voted already, and which candidate are you voting for in the 2020 election?
I did vote last week by mail ballot and I voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
What are your top 3 reasons for your choice?
Well, probably the first reason would be I care a lot about human rights, primarily over the economy, and things such as Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ+, relations as in having rights, getting married, having rights in the military, transgender people having rights in the military, women being able to have the choice of having birth control and abortion rights in case they're put in a dire near situation in which they need that. Homeless population, I think we should have universally free healthcare like other countries such as Canada, because we have a huge opioid epidemic and a huge homelessness problem, and how do we expect people to get out of those situations by themselves if they're born into a certain situation in which no one's helping them out?
What topic that you described are you most passionate about?
I think something that really heightened my awareness was obviously the protests over the past year. The George Floyd killing and the Breonna Taylor killing and the police brutality, and Trump's stance on the situation was, not to my liking. He basically condemned white supremacy and he doesn't think it's a problem. He's like, white people are being killed by the police as well, but that's not the situation. Especially the all lives matter. Obviously all lives matter, that's not what people are saying. They're saying that there is an oppressed minority group that needs to be, that is being taken advantage of, and just people this year have started posting the videos of police brutality, so that awareness has been really dissettling, and yeah, it was just really shocking for me. So
what are your parents' political affiliation?
I live with my mom. She's a single mom, and we have Jewish heritage. She is the breadwinner in the family, and she is Democratic. So she has voted Democratic her whole life.
Do you think it had an impact on your decision?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I think all family dynamics, I was raised personally with CNN on the screen, obviously, which is gonna, I wouldn't say skew, but form your political opinions in a certain way, and she's always talking to me about it, and saying her opinion, so it's kind of hard for that not to be in the subconscious of my mind.
Is this going to be your first vote?
Yes, it is. It was the first year that I voted because I'm 20.
Okay. Have you done anything to support the candidate?
I did donate. Other than that, I have been trying to discuss it with as many people as I can, try to go to social media about it, post as much as I can, that using my platform to spread awareness.
Do you think your parents' affiliation has created a bias on you in any kind of way?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I think that, first of all, being raised by a woman and only a woman is obviously, like, I'm very into women's rights, and she also has a nonprofit organization which helps a lot of homeless communities and people of lower income, so I have a place in my heart for that situation, because as we all know, a majority of us at Pepperdine have been given a lot of things in this life and been born into a more ideal situation, and especially educational purposes, you know, people can't go to school, work a 9 to 5, you know, a lot of people have to drop out of school to support their families, or they don't have the capacity to go to a nice school, or if they have to work 10 times harder to get a scholarship, things like that. So.
Can you share a personal story that led you to vote for Biden, if there is any? Or what support, like a personal story that supports with what he believes in, and is there like a personal reason why you want to vote for him?
I think a main thing is, I mean, even at 20 years old, I know a lot of people who have had sexual assault, and one of them did have to get an abortion, you know, they got pregnant, and I think that would have been really messed up if they weren't allowed to do that, because first of all, yes, every life matters, that's the whole point, we should all be equal, you know, but if you can't give the child the life that they deserve, then you might as well wait. And if the mom's already dealing with all the trauma from a sexual assault, they won't be a fit mother in that situation. And if the dad's not in the picture, if the mom doesn't have an income as much, or she's not having family that's supporting her and helping her, for the child's sake, it doesn't make sense to me why she would have to be forced to keep that child.
Of course. Do you know what Biden's doing to keep the abortion laws?
Well, I know that Trump is trying to appeal that right. So he's obviously just trying to keep it, make it the same as how Obama and presidents before have instilled it.
Okay, thank you so much.